Hi, my name's Spencer Shields. I'm a trial attorney in Kansas City, Missouri, and today I'm going to talk to you about big rig trucking accidents involving driver fatigue. I've been doing trucking cases in the states of Missouri, Kansas, and other Midwest states for over the last 16 years. When you have a accident on a highway involving a motor vehicle carrier such as an 18-wheeler, big rig, sometimes referred to as semi-tractor trailers, a multitude of both state and federal law comes into play in determining whether the truck driver, the trucking company, and other parties are liable for your family member's severe injury or worst case scenario, death. Driver fatigue is becoming a more and more bigger problem with trucking companies. Some trucking companies are dealing with it better, but pretty much it's a result of trucking companies, certain trucking companies trying to drive revenue higher and higher by getting more and more out of their drivers each day. Rare is it the trucking or the truck driver just simply on his or her own initiative driving longer than required number of hours in a day without any type of rest or sleep. The trucking companies are putting tighter demands on them to deliver cargo to their destination in shorter periods, quicker times. Sometimes these trucking companies know that there's no way possible for the driver to get the freight there in the time designated. However, they continue to do it just simply because of the underlying factor of being increased revenue for the trucking company. As these drivers are pushed harder and harder on the roads, they do become fatigued, and as with anyone, when you become fatigued, you become less aware of your circumstances, the highway, any road conditions, construction conditions, or just generally traffic ahead of you that may be stalled or slowing due to heavy congestion or something. We've handled cases in the past where truck drivers come into a construction area or a heavily congested area during rush hour traffic in an urban setting, and simply because of fatigue, they're not paying full attention, and the next thing you know, you have a severe auto accident, typically involving multiple cars, and severe injuries being involved. One thing you need to realize is most of these trucking companies, particularly the nationwide carriers, have accident investigation teams on call to come to a scene within 24 hours for the sole purpose of starting investigation to try to skew that investigation toward their benefit. It is imperative, if you or a loved one are involved in a severe auto accident involving a tractor trailer, you need to get experienced trial counsel immediately. I work with a team of investigators all across the Midwest that as well can be dispatched if the circumstances warranted to do our own investigation. And at that point, we try to protect your rights and make sure that any reports being generated by law enforcement and or insurance companies are not skewed in their favor. Also, trucking companies can be held liable for what's called negligent hiring if they retain truck drivers or hire truck drivers not properly trained or not properly screened. So if you need help on a trucking case, call me. My name's Spencer Shields, spencershields.com or shieldofjustice.net. I practice in all 50 states. I'm based in Kansas City, Missouri, and I appreciate you viewing this blog.